So I just had a small group session with one of our first team players. So it's a senior player, and things to think about for me was the part of the year that we're in right now. So it's actually like in the it's like a resting phase for them. We're not in the preparatory phase yet, so have to think about the level of intensity of the work that we did. And also for me, when I work with like one-to-ones or small groups, I think you have to really put as a high priority to make it as position specific as possible. So this player is a 6, so the movement off the ball, the movement in possession, the directions, and also the explosiveness of the movement, I think has to relate as closely as possible to the position that the player operates in the team. So we did a lot of work just ahead of the defensive third, and small areas, changes of direction, trying to concentrate a bit as well on how he was slowing down and then coming to a stop out of possession, and then when he regained the ball, looking at his finishing from distance. So we actually worked for a lot longer than we were supposed to, so my timings were terrible. No surprise there. But I think something that I would take away from that particular session would just be about managing the stops for me. I like to see if a player can, decelerate in a game realistic way. So I don't like too much seeing players if they've got a cone or mannequins or poles. I don't really like them going around the object unless it serves a purpose for that particular part of the session. And I found that I was allowing this player to go around the objects, go around the poles a lot, and I'm like, actually I want to improve or help the player develop that stop, especially when they work in a really tight space on the field. So my takeaway, something that could have been better would have been just managing the explosiveness, but then the stopping in a tight space to take off again. I like central midfielders to be quite dynamic and energetic. So I think where you can save energy, you should, and when you can expand on it, you should also look to do that. So that's definitely something that I would look to do differently if I were to work with that player again in a one-to-one, or obviously with any other one-to-ones that I look to do with players. So that was our one-to-one today, small group session, working with a senior player during their really it's the resting phase. Season's finished.